Hey, what is up guys? This is Anthony, aka BatBomb82, and today I'll be doing a review of the Power Rangers Legacy Collection Zeo Gold Ranger. Now, taking a look at the front, we can see that the figure is showcased in your standard Legacy window box packaging, with an image of the character on the bottom left. Turning the box around, we can see an image of the figure along with the other pieces from this wave. We can also see a Build-A-Megazord Zeo Megazord. So with the box out of the way, let's crack this figure open and see what we have inside. And here's the Gold Ranger out of the box. And man, I am very excited to finally have my favorite Power Ranger in this scale. I really do love this Legacy line, but they do also have a lot of problems that really hinder my love of this line. So with this piece finally in hand, let's take a closer look at the Zeo Gold Ranger. Alright guys, now let's take a closer look at the Power Rangers Legacy Collection Gold Ranger Zeo. Now first and foremost, I'm going to say this. This is actually my all-time favorite Power Ranger. I'm actually a really big Zeo fan, because the Zeo team or show, whatever we want to call it, was my all-time favorite Power Ranger team. Now I know most people my age are into like Mighty Morphin and whatnot, and I love Mighty Morphin and whatnot, but Zeo was it for me, especially the Gold Ranger. You know, when Jason came back and assumed the gold powers from, what was it, the Trays? The three triplet alien dudes. That was really cool, and I just think he, in my opinion, the best design from any Power Ranger ever. Very, very cool. So I'm freaking stoked to get him in like a 6-inch scale, which is my preferred scale. So very happy about that. Now I will say this, much like every Power Ranger Legacy figure that I've owned, it's a love-hate relationship, because I genuinely do love this figure. He's very cool, you know, whatnot, but he does have problems that I don't know why Bandai America just can't get on board with it and fix all these things, because they somehow continue to disappoint me in a lot of ways. So first of all, the figure looks great in my opinion. The sculpt and whatnot is fantastic. We don't get a whole ton of paint because a lot of the pieces are just molded in that certain color, with the exception of very small areas and whatnot. But I think the figure itself looks great as far as the sculpt goes. I think the helmet looks really cool. I do love that helmet. Now here's where I'm going to complain. You can see the kind of gold that they used for the helmet, that gold, even around the collar a bit. But the rest of the armor is just kind of this metallic yellow instead of actual gold. Now that may not be odd to a lot of people, but I'm going to show you this. Now here's the White Ranger from the same collection. Now look at the gold compared to the actual Gold Ranger here. This is more just, like I said, metallic yellow, and it's almost an orangish yellow, which is not accurate. And I'll bring this in even more. Here's the Green Ranger from the Legacy Collection. That's the type of gold that should be used on this entire figure. That's perfect. I love the Green Ranger, has the best gold so far. So if this guy were done with this gold, it would be perfect, and I wouldn't even care less about anything else. It would just be perfect. So you could really see the differences in gold being done. And what's weird is that this is the actual Gold Ranger and he's not being done in gold. That's ridiculous. So again, very disappointing in that. But I still do really like this figure. Maybe that's me being biased because of the Gold Ranger himself in this scale, you know what I mean? So, I don't know, but I'm definitely going to have to take some paint to this guy and give him that more metallic gold feel instead of this yellowish color, which is just not really working for me. This, like I said, the sculpt is great. I do love that he comes with his staff right here. That looks awesome, and it's the extended version. I think it's very cool. That's really nicely painted and detailed too. He even has this trigger button right there he pushes to extend it, and I wish it came up with like 2 versions so we could have this like opened up and whatnot. I think that'd be cool. Like this would be shortened and this would be closed, because when he pushes that button, this extends out and then this whole thing opens, so it's like in half mode when it should be. But you know, this Legacy Collection just does not give a damn about accessories really, so at least we got the staff in some form, which is very, very nicely done. So I do like that. You can hold it in either hands. He does not come with any extra hands like some of the other Ranger figures did, which is a little disappointing, but overall I still think he's very cool, and again, very happy that I have this scale of the Gold Ranger in my collection because he's going to fit in perfectly after I give him a good makeover with some better gold paint. So let's take a look at the articulation because it's pretty decent for what it is, but it still has those same problems that some of the other figures had. So the head is not ball jointed. It's on a disc hinge, so you can look up and down and then turn left and right, and that's it. That hinders articulation quite a bit. I don't know why they don't put it on a ball joint. I don't know what's so hard about that. So like if you want to turn to the side, and then like you can't get him looking at an angle because he'll be kind of looking like awkwardly sideways. You know what I mean? So that's not good in my opinion. His armor is a softer plastic a little bit, so you can see how pliable it is. So the arms can go all the way out or up, but it kind of goes out a bit because of the thickness of that actual armor. So you can go down like that, out about that far, rotation at the bicep, double jointed elbows. That works okay. It's a little hindered by the bulkiness of this gold pieces right here. Rotate at the wrist as well as a hinge at the wrist. That works very nice. We do get an ab crunch. It allows you to crunch forward like that. Back about that far. Rotation at the waist. Hip joints are very nice, kick forward that much, back a little bit, splits like really good, rotation in that upper peg, double jointed knees that work okay. We do get an ankle joint, allows you to point the toe up and down, and a very nice ankle rocker. That ankle rocker actually is very good. I do love that. So overall, like it's a good figure for what it is. Again, I think my biggest issue is that gold, or the yellow I should say, because this is the Gold Ranger. How are you not going to give the Gold Ranger like the best gold paint job you possibly could? And I remember seeing promo images of them using a better gold. That should not be happening. Why did they go an uglier route? I don't understand. I really wish I could talk to some people over there, because this line has so much potential. It could be so much better, but they're just dropping the ball, or they just don't care. I'm not sure what it is. And just real quick, I want to show this off. Here's my vintage Gold Ranger. He doesn't have his armor, but he still has his weapon that I painted when I was a little kid. You can see some of the paint kind of peeling off. But check this out. His sound still works. That's cool. I just realized that, like, he's still... I'm just very happy that his sound effect still works. So anyways, back to this guy. So very cool figure. Again, I know he's going to be very sought after because he is a very popular Ranger. So if you can find him, I think you should snag him very quick. I do feel like he's going to go up in value later on. Like I said, just minor issues with that gold, but that I can fix. So other than that, he is definitely a must get. So for a quick size comparison, here he is sitting next to a Marvel Legends Captain America figure, as well as a DCUC Batman figure. And for your Gold Ranger comparison, here he is sitting next to my vintage Gold Ranger, who sadly no longer has his armor. And for your Legacy comparison, here he is standing next to the Power Rangers Legacy Collection White and Green Rangers. And just for fun, here he is standing next to little Lego Bat Bomb. So there it is, guys, my review of the Power Rangers Legacy Collection Zeo Gold Ranger. Now overall, I really do like this figure quite a bit. My only issue is the yellowish gold that they chose. It's kind of terrible. They've done so much better job with other figures utilizing a more vibrant gold that I'm not sure why they couldn't use it with this one. But other than that, I think this is a really cool piece for any Zeo fan. A great sculpt, really good articulation, and I love the fact that we're getting his staff in full color. So with all these things, make for one great Ranger figure, and I think you would absolutely love him for your collections. So a big shout out to my buddy Keith for hooking me up with this amazing figure. So please comment, like, and subscribe. Stay nerdy, my friends. Peace.